Welcome back to Mass Appeal. So this week, many of you are going to adorn your homes with Easter plants. But here's my question, because they always die. My wife and I will buy plants, they always die. How do you keep them looking beautiful and fragrant beyond Monday?
Joining us with the answer is Master Gardener and the Green Thumb Guru, Ed Sourdiffe. Great to have you here, Ed.
What's your secret?
Well, the secret is to know what you're buying and know if you can save it or not. Some people think you can save everything for Easter for the year, but you can't. There's certain things you can save, certain things you can't. Daffodils, if you get a basket full of daffodils, those are perfect for your yard. They'll last forever. You just, when they're done flowering, just snip off the flower itself, so that will save all the energy for the bulb, and just plant it in the yard in a sunny place, and it'll come back year after year.
So you could have it in your home and then transplant it into your yard?
Yeah,
Would that work?
that's why that's an excellent gift to give people, or to take for yourself to decorate your house.
Huh.
Yep.
Tell
They're
people to
so
bring daffodils.
pretty. Aren't they beautiful?
They really are. And the narcissus is a smaller version of that, the same thing. I think you said you had those
Yes,
too.
yeah, but they're not as nice and hardy as the ones that you have growing
No.
there. Those are really nice and strong.
Those are good-looking plants.
Those are
right?
good-looking daffodils.
So those are daffodils.
Those
what
are
else
daffodils.
do people often get during the Easter
Well,
holiday?
you get an Easter lily, and Easter lilies, you can make them last longer. If you look in the front here, you'll see that there's a yellow pollen-bearing thing. That's the anther. And what you can do to make the actual lily last longer is actually take scissors, and with the tweezers, you could actually clip out that yellow anther, because see, the pollen falling on the petal there will make the lily die quicker, or the flower go away quicker.
Really?
So you can do that, but some people like the yellow too. It looks nice in there. So as long as you're not moving it around.
You've been smelling everything today. In the beginning of the
it
show,
smells so good.
I don't know if you caught this, she smelled the coconut
I
dirt.
didn't know if the dirt smelled like coconut. I
Did
didn't
it?
know what to say.
It did.
It didn't. But now, the scent comes from the actual, from the petals, or from
From the flower itself. It
Okay,
puts out
so it
a
won't take
fragrance.
the scent away. if
No,
you
no,
cut
it
the
won't. That's
yellow.
just the pollen. So
Okay.
that will help you make that last longer. Certain things you cannot keep after the season. If you get a beautiful azalea like this, this is called a greenhouse azalea. We have azaleas here in New England. You probably have them in your yard. Those are hardy for New England. This is a greenhouse because it will only live, it will die after 30 degrees. So it will not come back. It's not hardy. So that's why you can't keep that. So some people think they have a black thumb, not a green thumb, because they're trying to save the plants and they just don't work, even though it's an azalea. Well, it's not our kind of azalea.
So it's not it's not them, it's the plant.
It's the plant.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, there's a hydrangea out there that people get this time of year. You know what a hydrangea looks
Yeah,
like?
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those are also greenhouse hydrangeas. They will not last either for you. So those you can't save either.
What are these in the corner? This is a gorgeous looking flower.
That's a hyacinth, and that's
Hyacinth.
if you smell that, that smells fantastic. You can
I'll
save.
make it over there.
Yeah. You can actually save that, and that'll work in your garden for a few years, but that will get smaller and smaller as it goes on. A primrose right here is a wonderful thing to get. It always reminds me of an African violet. But it's wonderful. It stays a long time in the house. You just keep it moist. That's all you have to do. And then you deadhead, and we've talked about that before. If there's a flower going by, you just go in, and you don't just pick the petals off. You try to pick off. Oops, sorry.
That's all right.
You pick up the top part here, so you get where the seeds would form, and then the plant will save all its energy, put it into the plant, and it'll flower again. This you put outside, and it'll come back year after year, and it can go in a part shade environment or even a shady environment, a nice moist environment, and it'll always come back. So that's a nice thing to have also.
Now, when it comes to filling up the Easter baskets, I see we have a couple different kinds here. Would you always go with hay, or would you go with the fake stuff?
Well, I think that depends on what you like. I like the hay, and that was something I was going to say. Instead of always going out and buying cut flowers for somebody for a gift, or receiving them, or to decorate your house, what you can go out and do is actually just go out and buy a planter here of, say, violas or pansies or something. And these are actually wonderful things to put in your yard later on, because not only will they look good this spring, but they'll also seed themselves, and you'll get new volunteers next year everywhere.
Oh.
So they'll come up in the gravel and the sides, and you'll recognize the little plant. And then I even have some that are already blooming that came from their own seed from last year.
So it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, yeah. So if you do that, and you don't want to, and you want to make a nice Easter basket, what you can do is you can get some of the hay, put a thing like this into an Easter basket like this. You want to put this around the front.
There
I'll
you go,
hold it up so
Ashley.
people
Oh,
can see.
are we gonna actually?
Yeah, just
Oh, we're
put
making
it right
an Easter
around.
basket right now.
Wow. That's so. Oh, I'll put it in the
Yeah,
front so we can
There you
show.
go.
It may
There
get a
you
little
go.
messy.
It has.
Yeah, but then you would just fill that up with the hay all the way around, right up to the top so you don't see any plastic. And you'd have a
Right.
great hostess gift or something for the
Yeah.
house.
And it's really inexpensive to do. Okay,
Yeah,
I just
it's
did that in the front to show. How am I doing, Ed?
You're doing excellent.
I
That's
for
really
timing's
good.
sake, I'm not taking my time. But there you go. How's that?
Yeah, and
That's
so that-
cute.
And these are on sale at a whole lot of garden centers right now in big box
Sure,
stores. You can
yeah.
get these on sale for
Yeah.
not that much.
No, it's more inexpensive than a whole centerpiece of flowers, and like I said, it will last and last, and you'll be able to either give it as gifts or keep it.
Have it for years and years.
Yeah.
And we have this little basket here too.
And that's the same thing. If you want to do this with, you could actually do any kind of the bulbs that you bought like this. Keep the old, not so pretty pot, put it right in the middle, and then fill it up with the hay. Or if you have something that once again comes in a large 6-pack like this.
Oh, you just cut it.
Yeah, I just cut it. Oh yeah, thank you.
Easy enough. You don't want
I
an
won't cut
issue.
your fingers either.
Thank you.
And you just would cut that up.
Well, these
Yeah.
are great, inexpensive gifts
Oh well.
for the holiday season.
We'll just rip it off.
Yeah, we'll get
There
to
you
it later.
go. Oh.
By the way, if you want even more
I love
gardening
live
tips,
TV.
just visit us online, mymassappeal.com, and you can see all the fun that we have on that.
Almost there.
There we go. Whew, we got it.
and then you
earlier.
put that right in there.
There you go.
And just fill it up with hay.
Fill it with it.
It's an Easter
Good to
miracle.
go.